Um, roughly, how many plastic bottles do you go through per week? And like, do you recycle them? Why not?
I think I actually only go through about one plastic bottle a week, and it's like if I forget my reusable ones to go to the gym, I'll buy one right at Fuel, and then I'll actually reuse that one for a while too because they have the water bottle filters in the gym.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, so I really don't go through a lot of plastic water bottles.
Good, because we found out today that several people actually go through about like 30 a week, which
Oh my
is
gosh,
absolutely
how many do you
crazy.
have a day?
Literally.
A week, I'd say probably 7 to 10 water bottles a week.
Weekly, probably no more than 10.
More than 10?
Yeah.
What do you do with them after you're done with the water?
We recycle them. Me and my apartment, we recycle them.
I actually don't use plastic bottles because I think they are kind of a nuisance. It's kind of like you buy a case of water and you got to carry it back. You know, it's annoying. So I buy this algae that I've had for a couple years now. Yeah,
We need way more of that. Next, I want to ask clothes that you don't wear. Throw them out.
Typically,
Have clothes that you don't wear. You know.
I typically like each like moving in and out of dorms. I'll like go through my clothes, and if I don't use them, I'll donate them
Donate those,
to
to
a charity. Yeah.
I'm definitely guilty of having clothes I don't wear. Don't wear a lot of them, but growing up, if I ever like didn't want clothes or grew out of them, they would always go in a donation bin.
Okay.
My mom always just brought them there, so that's just kind of like habit now. I just always bring them to a donation bin.
That's good to like help people in
Yeah.
need.
Okay, I'm gonna read you a stat real quick. Do you know how much plastic that is used that ends up in the ocean, by any chance?
I don't, but no, it's a crap load.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
According to National Geographic, between 4.8 and 12.7 million tons of plastic enter the ocean each year, right? According to Six Figures published in the journal Science 2015, plastic can enter the ocean as large as indefinable items as microplastics, pieces under 5 millimeters in length. Just imagine how much of those pieces of microplastics end up in the stomachs of like sea turtles.
It's like a lot of plastic foods, right?
Yeah, it's even small. You know, it doesn't have to be as big. And this fish that then are consumed by human beings. You know, it's just not good. Just a question for you. Do you know how much plastic ends up in the ocean? Before I tell you.
I do not
Want
know.
to take a guess?
Way too much.
Way too much is right. Ready for this? Between 4.8 and 12.7 million tons of plastic enters the ocean each year. According to Six Figures published in the journal Science in 2015, plastic can enter the ocean as large as identifiable items or little microplastics, pieces under 5 millimeters in length. How many do you think that plastic ends up in like a sea turtle's stomach or something?
Still way too much.
Now, how much of that plastic thing ends up in a fish and then we
Stop. That's so sad.
Right? That's what we're trying to let people know. All right.
So, do you know like how much plastic bottles that are used end up in the ocean?
I don't think I want to know.
So, according to actually, this is a little fun fact. According to National Geographic, between 4.8 and 12.7 million tons of plastic enter the ocean each year. According to Six Figures published in the Journal of Science in 2015.
That's
there we
so scary.
Yeah, plastic can actually enter the ocean as large identical items or as microplastics, and pieces which are about like 5 millimeters in length. And just like imagine like how much of those little pieces get stuck in like a sea turtle's stomachs.
So
Yeah. Do you use a reusable water bottle ever?
Yeah, definitely.
How often do you use that?
Not as much as I should.
Let people know. All right. Do you own a reusable water bottle?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
You use it often?
Yeah.
More often than
More off of the plastic. Yeah.
And last question, in your opinion, what can we do as a student body to combat our culture of overconsumption?
I mean, honestly, we live in a world where most consumers overconsume everything. You know, like people got. I've had this phone for 4 years now. I think when the 6S came out, I got it. This was my first phone actually. So I got that when it came out. I haven't felt the need to get another one. You know.
Yeah.
I've had the battery replaced on it, but
Consume less.
yeah,
Consume less.
And I can throw my money towards other things. You know, like I can go recreate, I can go climb, I can go swim.
The plastic. Yeah.
Good. Lastly, in your opinion, what do you think we can do as a student body to combat our culture of overconsumption?
I think really it starts with educating. I feel like throughout high schools and like just grade school, kids aren't taught enough about things like the environment.
letting more people know.
And so using classes like Core 101 and other things to like raise awareness or just get information out there would be a good start. And just like more things like what you guys are doing, or like tabling events to just like promote using reusable water bottles, stuff as simple as that.
What's your name?
Serenius?
Thank you so much.
No problem.
That's it. That's it.